All right, yeah. So like I was just saying, we talking about black culture, and like you just said, I'm confusing the listener when I call it black culture.
Because you're
Because
saying that we're Moors and that black is not what we are. So we can't say the word black. We got to eliminate that word, period. So when you go up to your brother, you got to say, "What's up, Moreno?" Don't even call him a Moor, because when you call him a Moor, he's already getting into his feelings because I'm not that, because that's
yeah,
the label.
yeah,
But you call him a Moreno, what you are, he gonna tell you no. How?
yeah. And then you break it down to him, yeah. So
And
like
you bring it down to him. But when you call him something and then you start saying this, it's like, but wait, you just told me not to say this. Like when the guy told me when I watched that video that you introduced me to, and the guy at the end said, "God bless everyone."
yeah, and understanding what blessed mean, yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah. Marking with bloodshed.
So it's like we need to we need to break down our words and understand our words and remove the color. When you say Europeans, you're still saying white people. But
Yeah.
in the beginning, when we spoke, you told me we're all Moors, and their shade got lighter as they get in the cold and stuff like that.
The climate
But
change, yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So we are talking to our brothers and our sisters,
yeah,
and we're all the
yeah.
same.
Yeah,
And the positive energy, which is us, and the negative energy, which is what we are trying to avoid as a whole. The
and see that go
message,
back. My
but the
bad.
message, the message comes with colors. The
Mm-hmm.
message, like when I was telling you, I've just been digging into Greek mythology, and the first thing you said is Greek mythology has been taken by what was copied by the Egyptians. All
No,
right. And then
no,
what
no,
did I
yeah,
say?
yeah, yeah. No, I
Then
said
what did I say?
The Greeks copied the
Christianity.
Egyptians. The Greeks
Yeah,
copied the
yeah,
Egyptians.
yeah, that exactly. So
Yeah,
and then I said, Christianity was the original, and then I also said Catholicism is the copy. So we are too focused on the original and the copy, and we are avoiding the message. Yesterday I was talking my shit in a church place, in a church stream, and they tried to attack me because of this, because I was smoking while I'm talking. And I ended up agreeing with the Jehovah's Witness, and I ended up agreeing so much with the Jehovah Witness that was attacking me, not attacking me, but like trying to make it seem like that, like in a negative way, trying to make like, why are you doing this if you're like this? Started telling me at the end, you should come to our side. I'm like, why? Because I agree with your shit now. Like it doesn't make sense. So that's why you have to understand that the first reaction we have is the devil, and the next reaction we have is when we say, oh shit, hold on, I think I fucked up. But then we don't go back because we're ashamed to look like a fool. So that's when we gotta go back and be like, okay, my bro, this is what we're doing. And we come together as try to find the middle ground on anything, on
common
everything.
understanding. Common,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like when you have, this is another thing that I was thinking about. And notice how I'm connecting everything. And it comes to God. And again, we have the different meeting for whatever, but we're trying to figure that out. Just he knows what I mean. So when it comes down to, everybody said, why is God and the devil doing what they do? And the Bible told me that because there was this one story that the dude was he had a mansion, he had riches, he had everything, and then the devil said to God, "Oh, man, of course he's never gonna damn you. You giving him everything. I bet you he'll damn you when you start taking his shit away." And he started taking everything. He killed his kids, he killed his wife, he lost the house, he killed the slaves, he died. Boy was homeless, gave him
You
all
talking about the
kinds of
story of
diseases.
Job?
I don't know the dudes. This is just my grandma in my head, like I told you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well,
so
if
then,
that's the story you're talking about,
mhm,
Job is spelled Job, right?
I don't know. I don't follow those, but check
Okay.
me out. So
Okay.
then, so then, because that happened, damn, I lost it now. Hold on.
My bad. My bad. Because you made
Because
me
Joe,
think that sounded like the story of Job. And Job is job.
uh
And if
huh,
your ass don't work, you don't eat. If you ain't got no job, you don't pay your bills, you gonna live
exactly.
there.
So then, now check it out. So then he gave him everything, right? And no, he took everything from him, and he never said, "Damn you." So then God gave him everything back, right? So now let's use that in today's day age. Why do we have a Republican Party and a Democrat Party? I started thinking, man, that's crazy. Like, what does it have to do? Why do I make money? Like right now, I'm happy as fuck that Trump is president. You're not, right? Because of two different
Hold on,
views.
pause, because you're going into two subjects, and then you just said I'm not. Why? I don't give a fuck about Trump or Kamala. Excuse
Well,
my
when it
French.
comes when it
Made
comes
me
down
do that
when it
by the way you said that.
you good. Well, when it comes down
My
to
bad.
okay, so not again. I put it in a label. I see a lot of black people or Moors go against what he's saying because the Morena or
The
fake
unconscious
Morena,
Moors, the unconscious Moors, so-called
yeah,
black people.
So then that's the
But
people
see,
that
you kind of
that's
going to where I wanted to say something because you were talking about God and the devil and good and
no,
evil.
I'm getting there. It's all connecting.
You're not
Watch.
two selves. I know,
But
but
what?
I'm trying before I get off on where you're because
Oh, okay,
you're
go ahead.
going through a whole bunch. So I want to kind of go back into what you were saying
Hmm.
at the beginning. There's in our Circle 7 Quran, our Holy Quran, it tells us that there's two selves, your higher and your lower self. Your lower self deals with loot, theft, murder, envy, everything negative.
Yeah.
Your higher self is the complete opposite of that. So
Yes.
when you open the door for people, when you help the homeless without expecting something in return, when you're
Yeah.
pure out your heart, that's your higher self. We are taught to take accountability for our own actions.
Yes.
That's what I've gotten from my studies. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if I was to go rob someone or do something stupid, I can't say, "Oh, the devil made me do it."
No.
I take
Yeah.
accountability for my own action.
I agree.
So if I was to go put a job application in, I go for the interview, I get the job, I get a promotion, I get promoted to a manager, a supervisor. I did that work. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, thank someone else because I got
Well,
moved."
well, hold on, because I've tried
That's
that by myself.
accountability.
But I've tried that by myself, and I have. So, for example, again, going back to when I came from Colombia over here, I applied myself so much, and I would cry because I felt like less of a man because I was a failure and I wasn't able to get a job. And I was doing me. I was trying my hardest. Then I would say, please God, bless me with something. And somebody's friend of something would come and it'll get happen. So how I live is not, you see how you say you do it yourself? I wake up like a bird. The bird wakes up, the motherfucker flying. And he's not like, okay, I gotta go get this bird. I gotta go get me some food. No, he's just, and then the little bird, the little rabbit comes out and yoink, God puts that there. If that bird or that something made a bad karmatic decision or whatever it's called, like energy release, if it was a bad thing, God doesn't feed it for a while until it learns a lesson. And that's called the humbling part. So now, when I was getting at with the Democrats and Republicans and all that stuff, think about Job and what he went through, right? So he went through all that time and he didn't forsaken God. But what do humans do? The first thing that the other party wins, GD, automatically. Ain't even suffer yet, and you already damning them. So what it comes down to is the 4 years that we get that are cool, that we're like, yeah, we got something, whether it was him or not. You have to be grateful when you got it. Then you also have to be grateful when the other people got it because those people are winning when you're not. Because we all have different beliefs. So we're just while we're suffering, they're eating. We have to be grateful that they're eating because we're next. You can't be a hater and say, "Man, they got it now. Now we're stuck for 4 years." It has to be ultimate love, unconditional love. The love that I feel for you, and I haven't met you in person, is amazing. and you
See,
don't
now
even
you
know.
got me going back to Khalid Muhammad, Malcolm X. See, because I've been watching these videos here the last couple of days, and again, I don't care about the politics, but speaking for my people, speaking for the ancestors, speaking for those who went through that, who hold on before you know what I'm saying, speaking for those who had to fight to even get voting rights, and once
Mhm.
they so-called got those voting rights, their vote still didn't matter. That like I was watching the Khalid Muhammad documentary the other day, and he was talking about 30 years after Dr. Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. This is in 1997. So he was saying 30 years after Dr. Martin Luther King's speech, 30 years after Malcolm X's "By Any Means Necessary." Dr. Martin Luther King's dream became a nightmare because the Ku Klux Klan rose, the Aryan Brotherhood rose, all these different European so-called white organizations out of hatred rose. You know what I'm saying? And saying that to say with this politician shit, and I don't care for it. And the reason why I don't care for it is because again, it takes the people to rise. The people need first off, everybody worried about the presidential stuff.
Yeah.
What about the local? Like I was talking to the brother in the podcast we did the other day, and I asked him for everybody that's here in Tulsa, who was Greg Monroe or the brother that's our new mayor. Most of them won't
Mm.
even know who he is.
I don't know who that is. I just got here.
You know what I'm saying? And then not just they don't know who he is. What is he gonna do for us? Just because he looked like us, don't mean that he's for us. And I don't
Yeah.
know the man personally, so I'm not slandering his name. I'm not saying nothing bad about him. I'm just looking at the reality. I
That's the
know
same
that.
thing. That's the same
I
thing
know
with
this,
Kamala and Trump.
right. I know this system puts people in place that look like me to get our attention, but
Get your vote.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, to get a vote, to get us to buy their albums, to get us to buy their clothes, to get us to shop at their food stores, all that.
Hmm.
But that don't mean that those companies, organizations, corporations are for my people.
No, but again, that's the negative part.
That's the
So look,
reality.
no, because look, when you have to break it down to is this. You want to know you Moors, like not you and Moors. I mean like us Moors as a whole. Us Moors as a whole, we didn't have the AC that's blowing right now because I felt hot. We didn't have
Guess
the
who
light.
invented it though? Guess who invented everything you about to say? And I can show you.
I'm sure it was Moors.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that those things they became luxuries, right? So what it has to come down to again, for us to escape, we have to first release. We have to do a detox. What is a detox? We have to get rid of the screen of this camera watching us while you think you and me are just watching each other. We
Mm-hmm.
need to,
Listening the whole time.
you know what I'm saying? We need to make sure that we grow our own food. We need to make sure that we understand how to make medicine. We need to make sure that we know how to talk so that we don't curse on each other. Something that I came up with was now before I enter a conversation, I didn't say it to you, but I mean I said it to you, but not to you. I said it to myself out loud before I entered the thing. I rebuke any negative words that may come as an offense to my brother when he receives the message. I rebuke anything that keeps my message from getting interrupted from your plan. And your plan is the ultimate. Now, who is the ultimate? The ultimate, I told you, if you don't believe there's an ultimate, stand in front of a wave. I know you can't stop a wave. That's ultimate. So it's like there's something always bigger than yourself. If you
You see, when
think
people
you're,
say stuff like that, and I apologize for cutting you off, but I got to because they
you're
gonna
good.
see
You're
this.
good.
We got to have these positive engagements. I ain't gonna call it a debate, but you know what I mean. These
Yeah,
positive.
yeah, I see it.
So the same way you said stand in front of a wave, I would say, well, lock yourself in a closet and don't call nobody and see if you'll be fed. See if everything that you need. See if you'll get a toilet. If you hungry, see if your meal will come to you. Just lock yourself in a space Go abandon everybody on the world, just see if you're gonna get everything you need without seeking it.
Well, there has been things like that. If you've actually noticed, monks stay for days without staying. And there was
But they
one guy
train
that said
themselves. They train from
and,
childhood.
and and we need to train ourselves from that. That's what I'm saying. We don't do those. That's why right now we are sinners finding our way back. They were trained from childhood.
And if I'm correct, are monks Buddhists?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so they practice Buddhism, right?
Yeah.
Then, which I'm not saying nothing bad, but they don't believe in the same ideologies that we do here. They don't follow Christianity.
It does, and that doesn't matter because again, it's a label. You have to get the positive from it. Have you not
Yeah,
heard the Democrat saying one thing and the Republican saying one thing? And I've said to myself, when I don't follow politics, man, I wish these two got these 2 points that were pretty good from each other and just made one and then continued.
it's a two-headed snake, though.
It's always is, but that's where we have the free will and we have to be accountable to make sure that this shit don't crash. When you're driving in your car with your kids, you're accountable.
Hmm.
Kid ain't accountable. You got to make sure that kid is safe. So that's our job as everybody. Since our knowledge is a little bit more than a lot of people that are not on this, and I'm not saying that I'm the smarter. I just got here, guys. But you know what I'm saying? Like, like if your knowledge is, if you're not okay, going to work, okay, and you're not just there, then it's up to us to go back and get them. And
That's where the Sankofa comes in, because Sankofa
yeah,
means to go back and seek.
exactly. So that's where we have to go back and seek for our lost brothers and sisters and show them what it is. It's not
Yeah,
about it's not about a label of a religion. There is no number. Once you put a word to the shit, then you lost it already. Once you put an enemy to the thing, you already lost. All you're
I give
doing,
you that. I
all you're
give you
doing
that.
is getting a
Malcolm
bunch of
X said that. He said, if we leave our religion at home, leave our religion in the closet, you know what I'm saying? And when we come together as a people,
yeah,
we'll see we had the same, we want the same thing, and we had the same issues.
yes.
So I give you that. I give you that because I was just talking about me listening to Khalid and Malcolm, so it just popped
Okay.
in my head.
And I'm just a regular person that's been digging, bro. And again, you want to know what has gotten me to here? You know how you say what happens if you go in a place and you don't do nothing and blah 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 blah. So this is something that I heard. That is Proverbs 25:2. It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but is the honor of kings to search out a matter. That means that he ain't gonna get you shit. You gotta get up and get it. But I'm gonna hold your hand and I'm gonna take any negative thing that tries to get in your way to make sure you get it. That's why I told you I have not been driving my vessel since 2018. And in that year, I became a famous videographer. Not famous. I became a videographer that people know a lot. Like it's cool because I got to know when I got
Man,
to
put
meet a
that
lot of,
title in your name. You famous.
you know what I'm saying? So you got to see it like, you know what I'm saying? You got to see it like all that happened because of what I call God.
That's why you know what I
The
mean. Like I don't
Yahweh,
knock
Yahweh is what it's Yahweh.
I don't
It's
knock
Yahweh.
anyone's research. I don't knock anyone's growth. As long as like
And
what I
now,
do, what I do respect about you is I know that you're not just reading one book. You're not
nah,
just stuck in one source.
no,
You know what I'm saying? I know you're putting a lot of information that you read in the Bible together with other research that you're starting to research now.
I've read the Devil's Bible and the Bible,
Yeah,
and
the demon.
I've told people, we act like the devil, and then they'll be like me, and then I'll be like, you don't think so? No. It's like go ahead and cross the street, go ahead and cross a heavy intersection without looking both ways. Let me see how far your faith goes.
Yeah, I mean, but that's common sense to look both ways.
No,
But
that's the devil's thing. When you live by faith, have you
then
seen those people
if you live, but they say if
that
you live by faith, then you know nothing gonna happen.
you seen the Book of Eli, the movie? When the
Yeah,
guy's shooting at him and he don't get hit,
they
that's
did
fake.
that on Bad Boys 3. Yeah, well, I
That's
know what you're
fake.
saying, though. But
That's fake.
what's the movie? The Book of Clarence. The Book of Clarence. I don't know if you've seen it or
I'm
not, but
not
if you
familiar with
haven't,
that
yeah, check it out. He wanted to meet Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus, it was Jesus and his disciples. And in order to meet Jesus, you had to be a disciple. You know what I'm saying? As far as like you had to be connected or whatever, you had to be righteous or whatever. But long story short, in the movie, Clarence made himself become a messiah by
one.
pulling tricks on the people, making them think that he was healing the blind, making them think that he was like doing the same miracles that they said Jesus did in the Bible. And then the Greeks ended up because they got word that he was supposed to be the new Messiah or whatever, and they ended up trying to see if he could walk on water. That was his test.
Mhm.
It's a good movie, but where I'm going is that what it's showing or what it showed me in this movie during this time frame, you had a man who, all right, me and you being associates, right? We cool, you know what I'm saying? So let's say we in the public, and I tell you, I want you to act like I don't, we don't know each other. We're gonna stage a skit. So you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, somewhere, and you acting like you a blind man and you can't see nothing, and I'm gonna come out of nowhere and I'm gonna rub your face, and you're gonna get your sight back. And this is during a time frame when people there wasn't no technology, wasn't no eyeglasses, it wasn't no, you know what I'm saying, no doctors like that, prescription, I mean all that. So during that time frame, people believe almost anything that they saw. You know what I'm saying? And so if we were to go out and we did that, uh, they believe it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on, I'm talking this shit. Let me see if I can pull it up.
It's him, Jesus of Nazareth. Clarence, he made the miracles. I have a plan. I can see! I can see!
Your God is a myth. See for yourselves. There is no Messiah. Clarence, if you'll be so kind to walk on water.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But you'd have to watch it. You know, it's a good movie. I think you muted, but
Oh yeah, my dog was barking. Man.
yeah, but you know
Oh,
what I mean. It's a
oh
good
yeah.
movie, but you'd have to watch it. But it shows like him tricking the people. But at the end, when he told him to walk on water, they got to where God gave him the actual power to walk on water, that which made him a believer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I didn't see that's the part towards the end.
Yeah,
But
that's
in a sense, see, I watch shit differently. And I'm not smiling because I find it cool. I'm smiling because I see
there's
differently.
the history in it.
No. But yeah, but listen to understand this.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, what has everybody been saying these past couple years? That Jesus is black.
Mm-hmm.
And then in a sense, they're making a comedy saying that Jesus is black and Jesus was tricking everybody that he was the black one, but really the white Jesus was the right Jesus. That's what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, because damn, you just made me think about it. Because this is a spoiler, but they end up having the white Jesus. Damn, see, I ain't. No, you just gotta watch it.
Okay.
You gotta,
All
that
right.
shit.
All right. But that's what I got to see. I'm like, man, hold on, because that just like that's disrespectful in a sense. Because when you start seeing it from a point of color,
Mm-hmm.
but when you don't, you see you didn't see it from a point of color there because it was a moreno.
I mean, but that's because I mean, like I understand the history in
But
Europe.
I saw the point that I saw between two of them because I'm standing over here, like I told you, since I got here, it's always been black versus white.
Yeah, but like in Europe, they actually have images of a so-called Black Christ or
I'm not
Black God.
saying that you guys again, I'm not saying that you guys that I'm not saying that Jesus ain't black.
Right, right,
I'm
right, right,
saying
right.
I'm saying the image how they put it in the movie. They made it as he tricked everybody.
Yeah, but no,
They
that's
didn't make
Clarence.
it-
Because Clarence wanted to be him, so Clarence was tricking everybody. Not Jesus. It was Clarence that was tricking
Oh, okay,
everybody. So that he became the Messiah.
I gotta. Is there an actual thing on this? Like,
The movie
no, like an actual book.
that I don't know. It might be. I don't know. It's a good question. But I know that the movie is it's good. It's crazy. It's funny, and at the same time, it's like it explains a lot. Cause like I said, that was what 300 something Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about the year 300. The J didn't exist until the 1600s, the English language. So then that right there gives you some signs. Okay, well, boom, the name would have been blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to know.
You
Those
want
of
to
us
know?
who know can
You
break
want
the
to
movie
know?
down. Go ahead.
You want to know why? Okay, so earlier before we started streaming,
Mm-hmm.
I told you that I believe. Again, I'm not gonna try to offend y'all Catholics. Don't come after me now, but you know, we all got taught wrong something somehow. Now, how I told you that Christianity was the original religion
Yeah.
and Catholicism was the fake religion
Mm-hmm.
or the religion that copied, and then there, that's how the devil got to get his thing in, and then we went deeper that I told you, and ended up talking about Greek mythology. And then you said, yeah, but that's the cover religion to
Yeah.
Egyptian,
Yeah. They get it. Egyptian. Yeah.
right? So you see how history keeps repeating itself, just a different label. So
Yeah.
that's why you can't put a name or a title on it. It's the same thing. And when we break that chain, which is why I told you, um, that why I told you that you guys are the tribe that didn't get brainwashed by the words, which is why you were a seeker of words. To go back to the original, right? But once you go back to the original, you're able to help the rest of the people exit the matrix. And yes, the matrix means mother womb or something, and we're gonna but
Mm-hmm.
whose
Mm-hmm.
womb are we in?
Mama. If
Yeah, but
everything came from the melanated being and the melanated, because as
I
above, so
understand, but
below.
womb is also a trap in a sense. We're trapped in the placenta. Are we in a demonic placenta or are we in a positive placenta? So that's
That
why we're
depends.
trying to escape.
That depends on, like you just said, the womb.
Are you trying
Because
to escape? But we're trying to escape this matrix. Are we not?
okay,
Which is
all
why
right,
you're
they go back to the womb, right? So all right, so and I'm not real big into the womb science, but womb science has been around for over 50,000 years. That's
yeah.
what they call womb science, where they've been studying women for over 50,000 years. But
We still can't figure y'all out.
but depending on what she eats, what she
Mm-hmm.
takes in, what she listens to, the vibrations, while that child is inside that womb for the 9 months that it's in there,
Mm-hmm.
determines that child's come out. That's why when the women be in the clubs, getting drunk, listening to the low vibration music, on the drugs, the baby come out with problems.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But when if she say she listens to meditation music where she's playing nature music and she has the headphone on her when her child receives that energy, that vibration, those sounds. You know what I'm saying? If she's eating proper, then the child is taking that diet in. That's why when the child comes out, it'd be easy for the child to eat healthy because the child's already taking in that type of diet. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not big on this science, but I'm familiar with it.
That's
I'm saying?
connected too. That's connected too.
Right. That's why, like you said, the placenta, what color is that fez? it's the color of the placenta.
Yeah.
And that tassel represents the umbilical cord. Understanding that we are connected to our mother. We are the mothers. We are the children of the mothers of civilization.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we wear that Moorish fez. That's one of the reasons. I ain't gonna say that's the reason, but that's one of the reasons. Because there's so much knowledge behind that placenta red fez behind me.
What I want to know is why they made that hat in Abu in the dude from Milani, the little monkey from Milani.
That was the trying to be funny, the symbolism. Just like I mean, you see,
You
what
see,
was it?
that's what I mean about. That's what
There
I
were
mean about.
various cartoons. There were various cartoons when they had. I'm trying to think of the one. I think it was Morocco. Morocco's modern from Squirrel, or something, but he had the fez on.
Those modern life, yeah, the
Yeah,
cows
you
with
know
the
what I'm saying?
horns inside.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There were a bunch of them where they wore the fez. Even
The Simpsons,
one of the elders, I believe, I don't
the
want to say the elder's
Flintstones.
name, but one of the elder Moors broke down how Popeye was a Moor. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You see Popeye when his intro, he come out with the 5-pointed star behind him. That same 5-pointed star that's behind me. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of symbolism that we don't know because we're not taught this
What's
information.
the name? What's the name of that cover?
The which one? The flag?
No, the
The
hat.
Fez, Fez, Fez.
Fez.
And there's a city in Morocco called Fez.
But is it called a hat?
No, it's a Fez.
Fez. Okay.
Yeah, that's our royal crown, or one of our many royal crowns.
Man, you know where you got me going? Look right now.
Hmm.
Etymology of hat.
I mean, yeah, that's like all right. So the graduation cap, right? When people graduate from high school, it's got the same tassel. That came from the Moors. They got that idea from the Moors. That you graduated, you received knowledge, so many years of knowledge. That fez represents degrees of knowledge.
No,
That's
no,
why
not you. I'm not the Fez. I'm talking about the etymology of actual hat.
I know, I'm just speaking while you're
Yeah.
looking it up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that fez goes 360 degrees because that's the 360 degrees of knowledge that the Moors gave to the planet. The planet is 360 degrees. And our tassel rotates 360 degrees because of 360 degrees of knowledge that the Moors gave to the planet. If you look at a Mason, a Freemason, a Shriner, any of them, they tassel was pinned down. They don't have the full knowledge.
Cool.
But they present themselves as they are the true seekers of the knowledge, but they're not. They are the copiers of the Moorish science. That's why they got to have all the fancy shit on theirs. Akbar, Islam, and all. Why they got all these Arabic words on the feds and y'all Europeans?
Yeah.
But you got all these Arabic terms on these fezes. But then y'all want to make everything about Islam negative to the public. But behind closed doors, you wearing all this Arabic and Islamic attire. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See the propaganda?
All right. So then, what do the symbols go back down to?
It's all ancient. Like, all right, so that sword, I can't pronounce. I don't know the actual name for it, but I followed it. I should have wrote this down, but that sword, like that's the sword you see in Aladdin. That same little sword Aladdin had with the little hook on it. You know what I'm saying? The genie had a fez on. You know what I'm saying? Al-Adin. Al is a
Ali.
Moorish title. Aladdin is Arabic. You know what I'm saying? But in English, it's Aladdin. And so, I mean, every Princess Jasmine. Like, come on, bro. I mean, like, all these, there's nothing new under the sun. Anything that they've come with, like I said earlier, they've never created. They've always copied or stolen.
Look at this. I can't forget.
They would do a machete.
sword.
Yeah. But everything they've ever come with is something that they saw from somewhere else. Like, yeah, that motherfucker shiny. I see it. You got the adjacent sword.
Nah, ain't Jason.
Yeah,
It
you
is
got the
a Chinese warlord sword, I think. Chinese warlord sword.
yeah. But I mean, there's so much knowledge. That's what I'm saying. Like, but everything, as I've studied, it don't matter what it is. When I first came into the knowledge, I was on the Pan Africanism. You know what I'm saying? The whole RBG movement, the red, black, and green movement, the Marcus Garvey, the by any means necessary. I was filled with a lot of anger. But as I got past that, studying, I got with the Yoruba culture. That's where I got my title from. Got with them. That's when I was reconnected with my ancestors, or the concept of ancestors, the connection to the ancestors. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? And then there, some brothers started sending me Kemetic science, Egyptian information. You know what I'm saying? I started digging into that. But as I dug into that, and I'm connected with the ancestors, something in me, okay, if I would have been religious, I would have said Allah, or maybe at the time I probably would have said God. But since I'm breaking out of that, I say the ancestors. So the ancestors told me I have my tribal cards in my pocket. I'm studying all this African history. Study your history here. Study your ancestors that were here. How did we become these tribes? How do we become these people? Who are these people? Study our history.
Oof.
And so I started digging into that. And that led me to the Moors.
Yeah.
That led me to the Washita Mer de Mande Empire that was here in what we call today North America. And like I say, we got a city in Oklahoma called Moore, Oklahoma. Take out the E, it's Moor,
Mm-hmm.
Moore, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, this was the Washita Empire. You have a town right above what's called Wichita, Kansas. And I know Taj Tariq Bay, he always tells us how vowels are interchangeable. So you take out the I in Wichita and you put an A right there, you got Washita. Wachita.
So this is where you gotta switch. Go study some not Sumerian. Go study the Phoenician alphabet.
Yeah, I remember I know you showed me some letters the other day.
The Phoenician alphabet is no vowels.
And see, I'm glad you said that because and I don't know how far back Phoenician is, but I do know that in Egyptian, and I'm not taking it back there because of the color, man, because Phoenician could be older. So I'm not saying that. But I do know that in Egyptian text, there were no vowels.
Yo, Egyptian test, it was hieroglyphic. It was just it was
Yeah.
bird. I have a
They never used AEIOU
no.
from what I've been told, what I researched there, they never used AEIOU. And so you're right. They didn't come until a later time.
Let me see where is that.
Let us see what you're looking at. Share with the people what you pulling up.
I'm trying to see if it's here, if it's in my phone.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what y'all think about the dialogue. And are y'all learning anything from these conversations, or is we just talking to be talking? Let us know what y'all think.
We're not talking to be talking because I'm learning. As long as one person gets it, that's all that matters. One or
Indeed.
more.
Indeed.
So look, this is pretty much what I was looking at.
Yeah, I can see it. What it said at the
That's
bottom.
called overview of the ancient Egyptian alphabet. This is a screenshot that I took.
Okay.
And another one was this one. This one's the phonetic alphabet.
That's what I'm saying. You don't see no J in there. I see the G, yeah.
Not only that, is the order. Z is not at the end.
Right, right, right.
There's no A. I don't see an A. Do I see it?
No, it's not an A. B, G, D, H, W, Z, H. Them is two H's. Yeah, I don't see no A in there though.
I guess it depends. I get this just like the basic. Then you gotta get into the digging of what they go like together. Because I have breath. I just take screenshots left and right, but yeah, that one's in here. So.
Yeah, but other than that, man, I think hell, 'cause I ain't gonna lie.
You
Gas.
cut it right now.
All right, so on that note, you know what I'm saying? Brother AP. I ain't even how you introduce yourself. We ain't even going to all that, but we just gonna, you know what I mean, keep it rocking.
Sorry, the bomb almost went off. That was my alarm.
I
Oh
was like,
shit!
oh shit. But
I
yeah,
was about to start screaming, Allah Akbar! You know how many people I scare out here when that tone goes off and they look at me? Boy, that shit wild.
yeah,
Sorry, back to
they
the
been
ending.
they've been meant, yeah, they've been trained. But yeah, man, it's been a good one, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate you, bro. We're gonna break this one down.
yeah.
We're gonna get you on another one because this one
Um,
gonna be some good content.
yes, sir.
Let me see.